Alright, so this video is for the gentleman that got a hold of me through RC groups. Well, actually found my phone number on RC groups somewhere. I think I probably put my phone number in one of my ads, but yeah, you texted me, you told me you had this quad here that the flight controller didn't work anymore. It just says Tarver on the box, so I'm gonna call you Mr. Tarver, because I think that's your last name. Because your email says R Tarver, and the box you sent me just says Tarver on it, so I'm thinking that's your last name. So anyway, I got your quad finished up here. Man, when I took this thing apart, I was like, oh no, because I didn't know. See, I thought, because I looked this quad up, this is the Speedix, it's called the Black Knight, and I guess it is older. It's pretty old, actually. I mean, not like in quad standards, it's old, but I don't know exactly when it came out. But anyway, it's just said Naze 32 Rev 6 on whatever I could find online of it. So I figured, you know, it was the little 30x30 Naze 32 Rev 6. It ended up being, when I took it apart, it was this thing, and that's all I saw from the bottom was like this with these plugs plugged in, the ESCs. They have these crazy plugs that just plug in like that. Well, it's not crazy, but it's actually pretty smart. And I thought it was like some kind of all-in-one, like the entire board, like I've seen some quads be, and I was like, oh no, I'm not going to be able to fix this, because I had ordered a, you know, just a normal full-size flight controller to replace what I thought was also a normal-size flight controller, but this is the flight controller that comes with it. I took the buzzer off to use on here, but it just has all plugs. It's all plugs. Even the ESCs plug in. That's crazy. Designed by Kyle Lee. Pretty crazy flight controller. It's pretty big, but I guess it's how they can fit a lot more stuff on here. It's a all-in-one. Anyway, what I put in here is, I have one sitting right here because I just took this out of another quad today, but this is a Joshua Bardwell F4 V2 flight controller, so that's what I put in there. But you're not going to be able to see it because it's fully enclosed all the way around. So I was very happy when I realized after I took this out that I was going to be able to use that. I just had to cut all the plugs off of everything. I cut the plug off the camera, I cut the plug off the VTX, I cut the plug off the receiver, I cut the plugs off the ESCs. So everything's direct soldered now. And I did take a picture before I slapped it back together, so I'll show that real quick. And yeah, that's how easy it went in there. I got lucky too, because the mounting holes for this is definitely not the same as a 30x30. You can see how wide it is. So I got very lucky that this frame had these mounting holes as well as 30x30 mounting holes. So really lucky there. So everything's wired up. I thought the receiver was bound up because you had the model already set up in your radio, but well, actually it wasn't set up, it just had the name for the model. So I did set everything up in your radio. I'm pretty sure I got everything right. It's been a long time since I've owned a DX6. I actually do have a video that I made when I did own a DX6 of how to set up a new model. Your batteries were dead in the back, so I threw some of mine in here. So you named it, but that was it. So I had to go in here. I set the travels all to 150. And then you click on the sub trim. I had to set the sub trim to -160 to make the throttle go down to 1,000. Also, the yaw was way off from 1,500. So hopefully that's good now. I adjusted that. And then you also need to reverse aileron and rudder. I know there was something else. I know you need to set like make sure it's set to DSMX and what was that other one? The frame rate, yeah. 11. Should be on 11. There we go. Okay. And that's it. So this should be good to go. I noticed that you had this set up for auxiliary 2 and this for auxiliary 1. So this is a 3 position. So I did set this up for your flight modes, and I set this up for your arm. So towards you is arm, away from you is disarm, and then that's your flight modes. And this thing was really loose, so I tightened that down, and this one was loose too, so I tightened it down. It could have happened in shipping, I don't know, but that's why I hate it when people send me the radios, because I was actually recently accused of breaking somebody's radio when I didn't, which kind of sucks, but that's just how it is in this game. So, got the radio on. I was able to do the CLI command binding, which was awesome because I wasn't sure if it was going to work or not. And so I was so excited when I saw that flashing LED after I did the CLI command. The receiver is right here. So all that you need to do is turn on your radio first and wait until you see this red light come on. That means your internal transmitter's on. Then you can plug in your LiPo. And I also noticed that you had a Dean's plug on here. I don't have any Dean's plug batteries, so I just made a little connector to go to XT60. So let's plug in. Show you the video real quick. There's your video. You can see your RSSI is working. These cameras look so good, man. I don't know why these companies went away from CCD to CMOS. This is an old Arrow. It's like an Arrow V1 or V2 or something. CCDs just look so good. And no jello. Yeah, that looks awesome. So let's do a hover. I'm hoping that that goes well because I have not hovered it yet. So let's try this out. Here we go. Oh God, it didn't kill me. Yeah. Nice. Awesome. So, it is on the new, not the newest Betaflight, but newer Betaflight. It's on Betaflight 4.0. So, it's probably going to fly quite different than what you were used to, how it flew before. And I don't remember which side the USB was on. You can see it actually through these slots. There it is right there. So, it's on the left side. If you got the quad like this, it's on the left side. I did also change your stickers around. I didn't know that you were using these for the props because I didn't see the props before, so I thought it was for the motor numbers. So I moved them around to where they were correct. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4 for the motors. And I think that you had put those on there for the props. So, and I am going to take these off to fit in the box better, so I will stick these back on, but you probably don't want to fly with these on there. There's 1, 2, 3, and 4. So hopefully that helps you. And yeah, it's good to go. All set. So I will get this boxed up and I'll send you over some tracking as soon as I have it. All right. Thank you, Mr. Tarver.